Hi guys, it's Claire. I'm back with another scrapbook layout process video for you. Today I'm working with a photo of Sophie and I'm using the Bow Bunny You're Invited collection. Really pretty collection of papers this is. You actually get quite a lot in the pack as well. Here I'm flicking through all the papers, just deciding what to use, so I literally lay them all out in front of me until I something grabs my eye really. When I look at all the colours together, I decide that I want to go more towards the yellow, pink and black and white theme. So yeah, as I say, I just sort of flick through until I choose a couple of papers that I want to use. I end up going with the yellow ombre paper, which has got a very faint sort of chevron pattern on it. And as I say, it's ombre, so it goes from light to dark. I go with the floral piece and that pink stripe as well. I'm also using a piece of black and white paper you can see in the background there, this one from my stash. I can't remember the brand of it, it's been in my stash a while, and I know that I want to, on this design, I know that I want to have sort of an arrow pointing in from the left hand side, pointing in towards the photo, so a sort of black and white stripy arrow. You'll see it as I do it, it'll make more sense. But first of all, I trim down the papers that I know I want to use. So as I say, I've got that ombre yellow and the floral, and I stick that onto my white piece of paper, piece of cardstock. And then on the back of that floral is the stripe, so I cut a tiny piece of that just to go down the middle and cover up that gap. So I've got 3 pattern papers on the background, and now I start to try and figure out how to do this sort of arrow that I want. After I've figured out how to do it, it takes me quite a while to decide where to put it. I keep moving it up and down again, and I really don't know exactly where I want it. As I say, I know I want it on the left hand side, and I know I want it pointing in towards the photo, you know, directing your eye to the photo, but I do faff around with it for quite a while until I decide that I'm happy with the position. Whilst I'm still being indecisive, I pull it away for a minute and I stick down all the background pieces. I know that I'm happy with those, so I go to something that I do like. So just flat sticking those down with my Scotch gun. And I go back to the black and white arrow in a minute and play around with that some more before deciding where to stick it. Instead of that pink stripe you can see there I'm contemplating using some gold glitter thick washi tape, but I don't go with it, it doesn't stay on the layout, I just go back to the pink stripe. I don't introduce gold at all. Okay, so as I say, I play with this some more before deciding that I do want it slightly lower down. I stick it into place. It's taken me ages to decide, as you can see. But yeah, I finally stick it into place. Trim off that little bit that hangs over the edge. And then I head over to my sewing machine and stitch down the middle of the layout, so through that pink stripe, or the edge of that pink stripe, and then also on all of the black lines there, as you can see. So now I'm just puffing up the edges a bit, and I turn it over and tape down all my loose threads and tidy up the back of the layout. This photo of Sophie I took not that long ago, actually, just a couple of weeks ago. I snapped it on my phone, and this is basically just a fun photo. Watch it every day when she gets in from school. She literally comes in from school, takes her uniform off as quick as possible and gets some comfy clothes on. She then whinges because she wants to go in the shop and buy a packet of crisps, and I normally don't let her, but on this day I'd let her, that's why she's grinning. She'd been allowed to go around the shop and get a packet of crisps, come back and just chill out. So this is her, oh, my day is done, I'm chilling out, I've got my crisps, that's it. Sort of my day is finished look. And she keeps doing this. We've had about 3 days lately where she just comes in, flumps on the floor, and that's it, and is happy for the rest of the afternoon. So yeah, it's just quite a funny photo. And we say that she's a bit weird for doing things like this, which is why this sticker I end up using, you'll see in a bit I use a sticker, and it's absolutely perfect for this photo. So I'm mounting the photo just on some black cardstock. I also then pull out this book of Stampin' Up! Vellum that I've got, which is 6x6 vellum sheets, which I've been meaning to use for a while, and I mount the photo onto the vellum. Now obviously that's not quite big enough to cover the whole back of my photo, so I trim it down and then extend it a bit, you'll see. And once it's stuck together, you can't see a join, and it's fine. It just adds some sort of top soft texture behind that black. There you go. And then I mount that whole thing onto this dotty paper. I actually got the photo upside down there, I'll figure that out in a minute. There you go. And then I don't just flat sticker, I use a bit of old chipboard just to stick on the back to give it some dimension. Okay, so now I'm pulled out the embellishments for the collection, and I'm just looking through and deciding what I like. As I say, there's that sticker that I know I want to use. It says, "She is anything but ordinary," and as I say, it works perfectly for this picture because we take the mick out of her and saying, "Oh, she's so weird. You just fall on the floor. You've got your iPad in your hand, or iPhone, sorry, in your hand, and your packet of crisps, and you're happy, and that's it." So that sticker, as I say, I thought worked perfectly. I stick this banner up on the top. I'm not 100% sure if I like this. I don't know if I should have left that plain or not, but it's stuck and it's there now, so it stays. And now I'm just literally flicking through or going through the embellishments, deciding what I like. There's quite a few bits on there that I do like, but I think this layout's already quite busy. You've got that black and white, triangle pointing in. You've got the floral paper. But I try a few other bits to see if I can get them to work, but they don't all stay. I take ages getting this swirl out, thinking that I want to use this swirl on the layout, and it's a bit stuck in the chipboard, but I eventually get it out. It doesn't end up making it onto the layout anyway. I'll play about with it for a while before I decide that. I pull out a tag just from my stash, one of my just plain white tags, and I know that I want to put that behind the sentiment, or not sentiment, title, whatever you want to call it, on there, just to sort of break up the black from the floral behind, so that little bit of white just helps break that up. And I'm popping this doily behind. It doesn't end up staying, but at the minute I think I like it. Okay, now you can see I've switched things up a bit. My camera actually ran out of space on the memory card, so I had to stop the video and start again. And I've pulled out the doily, and I'm now using I've pulled out my box of odd die cuts, which I just have odd pieces in here that I've cut on the silhouette, and I just rummage through them and try to use them as and when. So I've pulled out that flower, and I end up sticking it just on the left hand side. It stays, but on the right hand side behind this tag it doesn't stay. I'm now sticking the tag down, sticking down the title or the wording. I know that that's staying there. And I've also pulled some leaves that, from my odd box again. These are just cut on the silhouette. Really nice leaf shape, and they've been in my box for ages, so I'm just trying to sort of use up odd bits and pieces that I've got cut and just building my little clusters. I think I had one. Oh, I tried the butterfly for a while. I'm not sure if to add it or not. It doesn't make it onto the layout in the end, but I do quite like the idea of having a butterfly on there. I had one more leaf. And then I rummage through the chipboard again to see if there's anything else I like, and I pull some more flowers off and stick those on. I actually pop them onto some foam pads or dimensionals just to give them a little bit of height. And this is another one that I put up on the right hand side. I've grabbed another chipboard piece there. I can't remember what it actually says on that one, but I know the words on it are really good, and I try and make it work on the layout, but it doesn't stay. But I do pull some stickers off of the sticker sheet. There's a 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and I've pulled some stickers which I just sort of cluster up. They say, "You're fabulous, everyday moments, be the good." And then on the right hand side I've got believe and yay. So the words are fine, they work okay with the layout, and I like the colour that they add to those little clusters. There's a little awkward space just in between the flowers. You can see me popping a little heart sticker in there now. There's a slightly awkward space there that I created, so I fill it up just with a little heart sticker. I've now grabbed some enamel dots, which are just recollections, enamel dots or enamel shapes, and I'm scattering those around, a few of those around in clusters. I try to tuck them underneath things. I deliberately sort of tuck them under, or have them a bit hidden so they don't look too placed there and too neat. They just look like they're scattered around, which I quite like. And then lastly, I think I pull off the chipboard again, just one more chipboard flower. It's a small white one, and it just fills a little gap there. And then I think I call it done. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have another one up for you very soon. Take care. Bye.